Hello students, welcome to our class and start our learning with Let's Learn. And our today's topics electromagnetic induction, Faraday's law of induction and Fleming's right hand rule from the chapter number 4 effects of electric current. Let's observe this picture. In our previous lecture we have studied when the magnetic field, when any magnet keep near the electric conductor, then the magnetic field produced. This observation, this experiment done by the Oersted, but the Michael Faraday observed its opposite. That means when we keep the electric conductor near the magnetic field or in a magnetic field, then the electric current will produced. So this is the Faraday's observation. So our today's topic is a electromagnetic induction. In this picture you can see this magnetic field. This magnet moves inside this coil, and this coil in the shape of the solenoid. We have studied the three shape, just a straight line, three shape of the conductor. One is a straight line, second is a loop, and third one is a solenoid. So you can see in this picture this magnet moves inside this solenoid, then the current will produce. This in the galvanometer the current will produced. Understand? So in the what is the electromagnetic induction? So electromagnetic induction is a process, or induction is a process in which the conductor is put. What is the conductor? Conductor means in a solenoid shape. Okay, so which a conductor is put in a particular position and magnetic field keeps varying, or magnetic field is stationary and conductor is moving. Both condition. One is a conductor is moving and second is a conductor is stationary and magnetic field is moving. Understand? Magnet is moving. So in this process a voltage or EMF, that means the electromagnetic force across the electrical conductor. Michael Faraday discovered the law of induction. That means when we move the electric conductor in the magnetic field, then the electric current will produced. This observation is observed by the Michael Faraday. Understand? What the Oersted observed? When the magnet keeps near the electric conductor, then the magnetic field produced. This observation is observed by the Oersted, but the Michael Faraday observed if the electric conductor moves in the magnetic field, or if a magnet moves in the electric conductor, then the electric current will produce. This is the observation of the Michael Faraday. Understand, student? And Michael Faraday discovered the law of induction in 1830. Just see, the next topic is Faraday's law of induction. What is the Faraday's law of induction? Whenever the magnetic field line, the number of magnetic field line. Why I said the number of magnetic field line? Because this is the magnet, and when this magnet keeps near this coil, then the number of magnetic field line will produce, not a one. In the middle part, the maximum number of magnetic field line produces rather than these corners. Understand? So in the middle part of the magnets, the number of magnetic field line will produce. So whenever the number of magnetic field line of the force passing through the coil, in this picture this is a coil, changes, the current is induced in the coil, then this current is induced in this coil. You can see in this picture, the current is induced in this coil. When this magnet moves inside this coil, then in the galvanometer the current will produce. You can see in this picture, in the galvanometer the current will is produced. So this is known as the Faraday's law of induction. Understand? Whenever the number of magnetic field lines or the magnetic field passing through the coil, then current is induced in the coil. This is known as the Faraday's law of induction. And the current produced in the coil is called the induced current. This current is called the induced current. Understand? So next is, again, what is a Faraday's law of induction? So whenever the conductor is placed in a whirring magnetic field, this conductor is in the shape of the solenoid, and in the shape of the solenoid, and the magnetic field is whirring. Understand? The magnetic field, that means this magnet is moved. So whenever the conductor is placed in a whirring magnetic field, the electromagnetic force induces, and this electromagnetic force, EMI means electromagnetic force, is called as the induced electromagnetic force. And if the conductor is closed circuit, then the induced current flow through it, and the current is called the induced current. Understand, student? Then next is, what is the direction of the current, what is the direction of the magnetic field, and what is the direction of the induced force? So let's see. When will the induced current in the electrical conductor or a coil be maximum? When this current is maximum. So when in our previous lecture we studied if the magnetic field lines is perpendicular to this coil. If the magnetic field line is perpendicular to the coil, then at this time the current will maximum. Current produced is maximum. Understand? So it will answer is it will maximum when the direction of the motion of the electrical conductor, that means the direction of the motion of the electrical conductor is perpendicular to the magnetic field, then the current is maximum. Understand? Then we will study the Fleming's right hand rule that show the direction of the induced current. The Fleming's right hand rule is very useful to show the direction of the induced current. Here 3 questions. What is the direction of the current? What is the direction of the magnetic field? And what is the direction of the force? Force. Which force? By using the force we move this. By which force we move this magnet inside the coil. So this force, what is the direction of this force? What will be the direction of the force? What will be the direction of the current? And what will be the direction of the magnetic field? So just see, stretch your thumb. This rule is a Fleming's right hand rule. So stretch your right hand thumb, this index finger and the middle finger. Understand? As these fingers are perpendicular to each other, then in this case this is the direction of the force. This thumb, the direction of the force is the direction of the thumb. That means the index finger is the direction of the field. This is the direction of field. And C is the middle finger is the direction of the induced current. Understand? So stretch the thumb, the index finger and the middle finger in such a way that they will be perpendicular to each other. This will be perpendicular to each other. Then the thumb indicate the direction of the motion of conductor. Motion of conductor means the movement of the conductor. Understand? The index finger the direction of the magnetic field, and the middle finger show the direction of the induced current. This rule is known as the Fleming's right hand rule. Understand? In the Fleming's right hand rule, we use our right hand, thumb, index finger and middle finger. Okay. So next is, this is the schematic diagram. The motion of the current, motion of the conductor, and the direction of magnetic field and the direction of the induced current. Let's see in this picture. This is the your magnetic field, and in the blue line, this is the direction of the magnetic field, and the direction of the magnetic field is a north to south. In this picture, in the blue lines are the magnetic field lines and the direction of the magnetic field lines. Magnetic field line means this, the direction of the index finger. So magnetic field, the direction of the index finger magnetic field is this, in the direction of the index finger. So what is the direction of force? Force means the movement of the conductor, and your conductor is this in a rectangular shape. So your force, direction of the force is the upward direction. So in this picture you can see this coil move upward direction, because here the magnetic field, the direction, that means the blue line, the direction of the blue line, that means the magnetic field line is in this direction, that means in the index finger, the direction of the index finger. So this is the direction of the force. So your conductor moves in the upward direction, and the direction of the current is the downward direction. So the direction of the current you can see in this galvanometer. Understand? Just stretch your finger. What is the direction of magnetic field? The direction of the magnetic field is the north to south pole. North pole to south pole. So this is the north pole to south pole. If this is the direction of your magnetic field, then the force or movement of your conductor is upside, because your thumb is, the direction of your thumb is upside. So the force, the direction of force, that means the movement of your conductor is upside, and the direction of the current is the downward direction, in the direction of the middle finger. Understand? Direction of the middle finger. So your just observe this arrow of the current. The direction of the, when the direction of the force is upside, and the direction of the current is in the this direction, in the direction of the middle finger. So this is the right hand thumb rule. Understand? I hope you understood. If you have any doubt, student, you can comment. Use this code to join the Google Classroom to get homework, notes and solution. Thank you very much.